Almost all of us have been touched by cancer in some way, maybe personally or through someone we know and love. And that's why events like the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life was created to fight back against this deadly disease. Maitri Chatiti works with the American Cancer Society. George Magellis is a volunteer with the organization. Thank you guys so much for coming in and chatting with me today. Maine has several fundraiser-based events or races throughout the year. What makes Relay for Life so unique?
I would say what makes it unique is that it was created as a 24-hour event. We would stay out overnight. We said that cancer doesn't sleep, and neither will we. Since the pandemic, many of the events are now 12-hour, or sorry, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Another thing that makes it unique, I think, is that we're involved all year. We start our teams in September, and we look for every opportunity to fundraise throughout the year, and then the event itself is a celebration that brings us together.
I love that. And you mentioned the pandemic. I know this is one of the biggest fundraisers for the American Cancer Society. The pandemic kind of sidelined things for you guys. Has it been hard to bounce back?
Yeah, so of course, you know, like a lot of different organizations, we have also been very affected by the pandemic. And I think one of the biggest ways is looking at how the pandemic has actually affected people with cancer and people who might not have gotten diagnosed in the time that they needed to. I think on the organization front, yes, it definitely made an impact on us, but what I've felt like is coming out of the pandemic, our organization's getting stronger. We are raising more money, and I feel like that's just like the pattern of us kind of going into the future. And it gives me a lot of hope knowing that a lot of our volunteers have been coming back. And a lot of those like stories that we're hearing are new stories for people who might have been diagnosed during the pandemic or right after the pandemic. So it's really bringing a lot more folks to the American Cancer Society and our events like Relay for Life.
And one of those volunteers, George, you've been volunteering now for more than a decade.
Right.
What has kept you coming back all this time?
The first year I went to Relay for Life, I realized how wonderful it was. We started a team for one of my classmates in our graduate school program, and she'd just been diagnosed with breast cancer, and there's only so much we felt we could do, but this was something that just brought us all together. Since then, I had such a wonderful time that I just joined the organizing committee because I want to make it a wonderful time for everybody else.
Yeah, and this year the event is June 24th. It's at the University of Southern Maine's Costello Sports Complex. What can people expect of the event?
The event starts at 10 a.m. There's an opening ceremony. We'll welcome everybody there. We will have an inspirational speaker, and it's kicked off after that with a survivor lap. So the survivors and their caregivers will take the first walk around the track. After that, the teams come out one at a time and walk the track, and then the teams each go to their tent site or their campsite where they will spend the day raising money. We have some special events like a line dance demo and Zumba class.
That's fun.
Usually some other performances by local groups. And that brings us to the second ceremony, probably the most moving part of Relay, the Luminaria ceremony. That's at 8 p.m. We turn the lights down. All the bags that have been purchased over the year are decorated and lit with glow sticks. We have a reading of all the names of those we lost, and we do a silent lap, often with a bagpiper. Just before 10 a.m., we have our third ceremony, the Fight Back ceremony. And that's when we pledge to fight back against cancer in every way we can until we can come back to Relay again next year.
That's fantastic. So all kinds of stuff all day long for people to do. And people still have time to sign up if they want to participate this year?
They do.
How can they do that?
Relayforlife.org, and if you put the zip code in, it goes right to Southern Maine Relay for Life. Join a team, start a team, and if time doesn't allow, it's open to the public the day of the event. Anybody can come out, whether they registered or not, and we'll register them at the event.
Awesome.
But everybody is welcome.
Fantastic, great cause.
I think one of the things I want to mention is it's also a free event, right?
Yes.
That's right.
So while we encourage people to fundraise, we just want people there. Anyone who's been touched by cancer, anyone who wants to help us fight back is welcome to join us.
Love it. Maitri, George, thank you guys both so much for coming in and chatting with me. And if you want to learn more about Relay for Life or the American Cancer Society, just head to the 207 section of our website and don't go anywhere. We've got more 207 for you right after this.